We are with Maral, who is a rider, traveler, explorer, marketeer, designer, showstopper, and now what, Prime Minister?
That's next.
So Maral has done 250,000 kilometers on bike. She is the only solo rider in the world, woman solo rider. She's done 110,000 kilometers at a single stretch, covering 60 plus 64, Maral?
64 countries.
Yeah, 64 countries. Yes, let's meet Maral. Nafas, what does it mean?
Means breath, means life essential that one cannot live without it.
Lovely.
Yeah.
And what does Maral mean?
Means deer, kind of animal.
Oh, all right, antelope.
Yeah.
But why antelope?
Means hiran in Hindi.
Oh, Hiran, yeah.
Yeah.
But why antelope? Because you're beautiful, you have beautiful eyes.
When I born, they didn't know all that. My dad said that they want to put the daughter's name Maral.
Oh.
That was what my mom told me. And when I was going through the naming of my own child, I decided to tell each and every human being in this world, whatever your name is, just say thanks to your mom and dad, because you have no idea how difficult it is to find a name for a child.
Oh yes, certainly, certainly. But your child is unique because she is probably the only infant who's traveled 40 countries.
Yes.
Even before she was born.
Yeah, I just wanted to
So
correct it that you said that I'm the only woman in the world to travel that much. I'm not the only woman, but I'm the only woman who traveled with the baby over 6 months pregnant.
Wow, wow. So your baby is born with a passport and visas of 40
In the world,
countries.
yes. And anybody ask her in future how many countries you've been, she has to say before birth or after birth. Before birth being 40 and after birth she gonna just clock as soon as she can go.
So she's truly a global citizen.
She's.
Wow, wow. So Maral, tell me one thing. What is one thing which you live by, walk by, would not compromise no matter what?
My happiness.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just thanks to my world right that I could put and set my priorities right.
Okay.
And many basic thoughts changed for me after I came back.
Mm-hmm.
And I put simplicity and happiness as a mantra of my life.
Simplicity and happiness as a mantra of your life.
Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful statement. Tell me about the genesis of the idea of this world ride and the biking per se.
Sure.
So when you were born, you would be probably brought up in an Iranian conservative community as a girl. I mean, you would do things what a girl would do.
Sure.
And then change into this biking and that 250,000 kilometers.
Yeah. You know, the society that I born to, yes, was conservative, was Iranian, and they had their own set of rule, like any other countries, and maybe more strict. But the family that I grew up to, I grew up with a mom which was much ahead of her time. Like even now, what she thinks is just not belongs to this century or time or something. She raised me and my two brothers to believe nothing is impossible in this world. And having a very strong mom in the house, that was the pattern, or that was something that I was just looking up to and growing up to. This is really important because when you are a little kid, your world is what you see and what you live. Your world is your little house and your little area or your little thing. And I was lucky to have mom, and I thought that that's how the world functioned. And as a baby girl, I never had any limitation. And I started karate when there was no other girl in the karate classes
In Iran.
in Iran. And I was the first one in 2 states which got the black belt in karate, and I used to go with my two brothers. And you know, I never had limitation that I think being a woman and being a girl can limit me in life for anything.
But there are, you know, I'm sorry, I'm not stereotyping, but let's say roadmap, directions, right? Plotting a map, mechanic, being a mechanic, or looking at the engine of the bike. These are things which women are averse to or do not do it on their own accord.
You know, You're absolutely right. And we have some women, they want to prove men wrong and they do something. And I believe
Yeah.
direction and women, God bless the one sitting next to them. Like when I was going out and I wanted to just walk to the dentist, which is close by.
Correct.
I asked Alex, my husband, like, what is the direction? He said, go right, left, round, then there. And I'm like, no, I didn't get it. 3 times he repeated and he looked at me and he was like, you are the one who finished the world, right? I said, that's finished. Now tell me where is the dentist.
I need direction. I mean, I need person to direct me. Yeah.
But the thing is, when you have no other choice, you will start building up your skills. Anything that is for survival, I end up doing it. When I started my ride, I had not at all knowledge about fixing and any mechanic side of it. I remember when I was riding my Harley, John was my favorite, still he's my favorite. He was the head of India technician for the bikes. And one of the ride, I went to him, I was in Goa for India Bike Week. I went and I told him, John, there is some noises my bike makes. He said, what kind of noises? I said, he looked at me and said, you serious? I said, I am. He said, from where? I said, somewhere here.
Yeah.
He was like, what do you have done for it? I said, I increased the volume of my music. And that's the same woman who done the world ride.
Yeah.
And he still remembered that, and he was like, never ever repeat that, what you just in front of me. But when I started, then I started knowing my bike, because I knew I gonna live with my bike for 1.5 years. Then I start knowing, okay, then I start hearing my bike, then I start getting to all the details, and I start learning. When I was going to any BMW workshop to repair my bike, I would stand next to them, I would see what they do, I would learn how to change the oil, I would learn each and everything. When I started with Pankaj's responsibility was taking care of the mechanic side of it.
Correct.
But when unfortunately he couldn't continue the ride due to the health issue, I had to do it. There was no other way. And
Lovely.
I could manage, I mean, when I'm sitting in front of you and I've done it, that means I could manage all the things that women being questioned for. That shows not woman, as a human, if we want to do something, we will.
First, two questions together, all right? One, why the world ride? And what in your personality changed after the world ride?
Okay, let me just ask a first question from you, because it's good for you to have it as your record as well.
Correct.
Because when you look at it, when you come back, you just look at who you are, who you
Correct.
were, and who you are today. Why you are going for a world drive?
So we answered this question because a lot of people asking this question. So the response is that, one, because we can do it, and there is no reason why we shouldn't be doing. The same reason why an author writes a book or a filmmaker produces a film. Both are convinced and passionate about their content. In a lighter vein, I want to tell my son, मैंने दुनिया देखी है, right? I have seen the world.
I'm telling you why I went for the world drive.
Correct.
I was working 12 to 14 hours a day.
Correct.
I was handling my workshop, design, my corporate, earning great money, driving my best car, having any bike that I want, flying here and there. Business was perfect, everything was okay. Anything that the people call fame and success, I had it by my side. And then there were my study level as well. I've done a PhD in marketing. Anything that I wanted to do, I've done it to the part which I reached the point, what else? And I was losing hope, because I was thinking, if that's about life, I don't think so. I'm really interested. Because,
correct,
of course, as the old saying, and I really trust that, it better you sit and cry in your Hummer rather than sitting in the rickshaw and cry.
Correct.
I understand the difference.
Yes.
But when you are sad, it doesn't matter. You're
correct,
sitting in your Hummer, or you're sitting in your palace, or you're sitting somewhere else. Something deep down inside of me was seeking happiness,
correct,
which from outside, society was saying, oh, look at this, that's called perfect life. But from inside, that peace and that happiness wasn't there. In each and every moment of our life, we do what is the best for us.
Correct.
Okay, you decided to go for driving around the world because you think this is what is the best for you.
Correct.
10 years later, you cannot question yourself because right now you know that's the best. I said, I'm not going to question myself. I want to leave. I want to put pause in my life. I was 35 when I left. I said, I don't think so I'm going to live more than 60, 70. Even if be positive, 70, 35 is middle of my life. I'm happy with whatever I've done till now. I want to pause my life for 1.5 years. I want to spend time for Maral. I want to hear her out. I want to just live a life without any agenda. Then 1.5 years finished, I come back and I decide who I want to be. That was the reason I just left. I left for 1.5 years and everything the way that it happened and everything, and I came back to the place that I was.
Yeah, so similarly, so our drive is also not goal driven.
Yeah.
It's very much a process driven. Maybe the goal we may find after we have finished the drive.
Yeah.
What was the purpose? Honestly, we do not know. So you would like to be identified as a mother, marketeer, or a rider?
I mean, I want to be identified as Maral.
Oh, yeah.
Because when you put me in any of those titles,
Correct.
you miss another 3-4. But I wanted to be identified as Maral, and everybody will take that part of me that they can digest and that they can relate to. Like you relate to me because I've done, I'm a traveler and you're the same journey that you do.
Correct.
Your wife can connect to me as a mother because that's what it is, as a kindness or as so many things that we can share with.
Correct.
Your kids can connect to me as the person who just studied and went to college, and you know, each and everything and the time they can connect to me with the part of their life they are. And some people, they can connect with all of it together as well. And this is something which is, I don't put title on myself, and I leave that to the people that we meet in the different
That's a
places in
brilliant
life.
answer. I have a goosebump actually. It's a brilliant answer. Amazing answer, really amazing answer.